said that some people say this was funnier. Who says that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh. Okay. Hi, I'm Danielle.
And I'm Dell.
And this is The Black Catch-Up, where we're catching up on iconic black media we missed out on in our more religious conservative childhood. So, in our first ever sequel for The Black Catch-Up, we watched Scary Movie 2.
Yeah. Scary Movie 2 this time, so like usual, starting off with the IMDb kind of summary review thing.
Yes. 4 teens are tricked by Professor Oldman into visiting a haunted house for a school project.
Okay. Like usually start off with kind of things we like, things we enjoyed, favorite scenes. So I guess I'll start this time. I thought the scenes that were funny were just really funny. So I had kind of like a couple just scenes that kind of stood out to me. One of them was that basketball scene where they like first get to the house and the ball like it drops down the stairs like kind of eerily, and then they just do like a little like High School Musical type basketball music video kind of thing. I just thought that scene was like really fun, really funny, kind of set the tone for the whole movie almost, you know.
Another scene that I really liked was the dining room scene when they first come in and they're supposed to be getting dinner, but the caretaker, his big thing is he has like a decrepit, weird like baby
he has like a tiny hand, like all his fingers are different sizes.
Yeah, it's almost like a Frankenstein baby hand. Yeah. And he was just like touching all the food and everyone was disgusted. It was
and then at the end they do that thing where like someone's like, oh, my germs, and then he's like, sticks his whole like tiny hand in the
and everyone's like,
in the cake, and everyone just gets up and like, alright, that's the final straw. The other scene I had was the wheelchair scene. I just kind of liked the wheelchair fight at the end. I like how they like kind of just exaggerated it, made it seem like they were like cars racing or something.
Yeah, that was like
when they were both just like in wheelchairs, you know. Then the final scene where like he jumps out and like he's fighting a ghost, so he just kind of like falls. So I just thought that scene was funny too.
Speaking of wheelchair, I like the ongoing rivalry between Dwight, who was the wheelchair-bound assistant, and the weird hand caretaker.
I think his name was Hanson.
Hanson?
Yeah.
Okay. So Hanson and Dwight, they had a weird rivalry.
Yeah.
Where Dwight would always give like a hand insult, and Hanson would give a leg insult. He's like,
insult.
I think one of the times he was like, oh, I'll be the bigger man and walk away. Get it? Walk.
Yeah.
And all that other stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was good too. The other thing I found funny was the main girl, the really dumb one.
Cindy.
I thought she had some funny scenes. One of them was the scene where she's like screaming into the cup phone like, help, we need your help, and then she like listens to it on the other end, and then she like throws it down. Maybe these walls are too thick or something. And like of course the audience are like, all right, come on, you know. But
she was a good main character.
Yeah, I thought she was just really funny.
I also like the arming themselves and then we should split up scene.
Yeah.
That was just like playing off of classic like black people die in a horror movie first. So it's like, we should split up. Then he's like, okay, I'll take you 3. And then the black people are like, oh, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I think the other thing I had also related to the dumb girl, her relationship with that boy in the beginning, I love how like he gets friend zoned and then he's like processing. Wedgie, you know, like Wedgie. Then next time it's like punch on the arm when they see each other. So I just thought that was like kind of funny.
Yeah, and I think the last thing I have was I more or less enjoyed the Charlie's Angels style fight scene. Mostly just because I like Charlie's Angels and I've seen it a bunch of times. So as soon as they went down the stairs the first time, I was like, are they gonna do like a Charlie's Angels? And then they did the thing where I don't think you've seen Charlie's Angels.
No, I haven't.
But where he like flits through the grate and like cartwheels through the little space, and then they do the little arm bar to hop over. That's like straight out of the movie. Okay. So that was like a nice little Easter egg for me, I guess.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
The one other scene was the cat scene. The scene where the cat beats up the dumb girl. I thought that scene was hilarious. The cat like literally like squaring up to like fight.
Yeah.
And then she like got beat up by a cat, which is just like funny in that sense. So
that was good.
But I thought this movie just had some like really funny scenes, you know?
Yeah. All right. Anything we found problematic or we just didn't like?
Yeah, I didn't write too much down. I said it was like kind of similar to the first movie, where like it's that parody movie and it's like so on over the top, so just kind of everything's just exaggerated, so you kind of check out your certain things at the door kind of thing. Yeah. But I didn't like find anything huge, at least, or at least not that I remembered.
I just remember in the beginning when all the like white people were dancing around the piano and they were like singing the N-word, and I was like, I don't like that anyway.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I understand what you're doing and how it's like they were all dancing around kind of like how old timey. Yeah. Like how you would dance and sing around a piano, but
I'm pretty sure they were in like were they in a church for that?
No, they were in like someone's house.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But the father was leading it though. Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, I thought it was kind of funny, but I could definitely see that side too.
Okay. Ratings.
You
the first time because last time.
Yeah, this one was kind of rough for me. I gave it a 2.5. Like,
okay.
I just didn't enjoy it that much. Like, I thought the funny scenes were really funny, but all together, like, I don't know. It didn't like strike me that like amazingly or anything. Yeah, I just kind of thought it was okay. Like, again, the funny scenes were really funny. The plot was like pretty dumb to me. Like, I don't even think I fully understood the plot. You know, not that like the plot is the thing to focus on for this kind of movie, but and again, like I'm not a huge scary movie person, so like parodying a scary movie doesn't I'm not the audience for this really. So yeah, I just kind of gave it a 2.5. Like it was just, I don't know. I think I liked the first one a little more as well.
Yeah, I also give it 2.5. I think we gave the first scary movie higher because I went back to check.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one just wasn't as funny. Like you said, the funny scenes were very funny, but the rest was kind of just like meh. I will say something that I think I enjoyed was the fact that they were all in one location. Instead of the first scary movie, there was like someone was at the movie theaters, and then someone was at their house, and then someone was at this house. I like that they were all in one spot, so you kind of were more or less like we're just working with this one spooky house instead of multiple spooky houses with maybe different rules and stuff like that. So I enjoyed the fact that it was just in one central location. Okay. And also, I think there was this maybe this is just me, but I think there was too much human excrement humor this time. Where there was too much like farting and like shitting and like vomiting and stuff like that.
There was a lot of toilet humor in this one.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my thing at all.
Like some of it is fine. Like I'm not like a prude in that way, but there was just some that just it went on for too long. Like even in the first scene when the first girl came in and she just like peed on the carpet, and I was like.
Yeah, that went on way too long.
Checking
and then,
my
like,
watch.
right after that was the throw-up scene where, like, they literally, like, throw up on each other for, like, a full 90 seconds.
Yeah, it started out kind of funny, but then it just, like, stretched on a little too long.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh.
No, there were a lot of just, like, poop,
and then even at the end, one of the last scenes was, like, she brings the bird back, and, like, the bird's just, like, shitting.
Projectile pooping against the wall, like.
And I didn't even find the bird that funny, to be honest.
I really didn't either.
Yeah.
Like, I understood what he was trying to be,
he was, like, a little funny, and I was, like, because I think the joke is that, like, parrots repeat everything.
Yeah,
and he didn't. He was just, like, his own bird person or whatever. But, he got old real fast.
Really, really.
I'm just not a big talking animal kind of person, at least in a live action. Yeah. You have to do very good to get me interested in a talking animal, and I just was not.
Okay. Yeah, that was definitely fair. Like, I didn't care for the bird either. Just wasn't, like, he wasn't that funny. Like, he wasn't funny enough for him to be, like, getting all those lines.
Yeah.
Just, like, they dragged on a lot of scenes a little too far, you know, a little too long.
Yeah, I think whereas the first movie, I believe they were able to, like, not pull back, but they kind of, like, didn't overstay the joke's welcome for too long.
Yeah.
This one definitely overstated a little bit longer. And that's kind of what happens in sequels. You kind of are like, well, we know they find this funny, so you're like, let's push it even further. Yeah. But just this time it didn't work as well for me.
They know they did too. Even this poster says more merciless, more shameless. Like, and I read that and I was like, that's a good way to describe this movie.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of just did more of what they did in the Scary Movie 1, but like not in the best way.
Yeah. I think in one of the posters it says, we lied, Scary Movie 2, because the tagline of ScaryMovie 1 was that, like, no sequel.
No sequels,
And then they obviously have, like, 5 sequels.
Yeah.
So, do you wish you'd seen this earlier?
Yeah, so actually, I think I've seen most of this movie. Like, I was kind of realizing that through. Like, I'd definitely seen a good amount of the first part.
The bone scene.
Yeah, I think this movie I had, like, sat down to watch and walked out, like, a third of the way through. So, the answer is, like, kind of no. Like, honestly, I'm good with the parts I've seen. Even now, like, this movie, like, it wasn't life-changing or anything. Like, again, those funny scenes were funny. So, like, if I happened to walk into a room and that funny scene's on, I'd stay and watch it and leave.
I get that.
So, like, I don't think I'd even watch this full movie again. But, yeah, I don't really wish I saw it earlier or anything. Like, okay, yeah, I was comfortable seeing it now.
Yeah, I was comfortable seeing it now. And I think for the first Scary Movie, I said I wish I'd seen it earlier. I actually don't remember. I could have not said that. But, I was fine with when I saw this. In all honesty, I probably could have seen it later, too. Just to get, like, more horror references in. Yeah. Because I can tell there were some references they were making that I just did not, that were just, like, right over my head. Oh, yeah, probably. So, actually, even more so in this one than the last one. I felt as though there were references where I was just like, I just fully do not
get I feel like I got the references in the last one more. Yeah. Like, this one, I didn't even, like, notice the references, so maybe they went that far over my head. Yeah. But, like, or maybe they just weren't directly referencing things and just kind of going in their own
off
thing.
Off, like, the same idea or something. I don't know. Yeah. But I feel as though there were a few things where there was, like, that's a clear reference. I think I can tell. But I don't know even, like, a little bit of what it's referencing. Yeah, yeah. But the first Scary Movie, I can kind of more or less figure out what you're referencing. Just, like...
Just off, like, hearing things to the brain.
Yeah, and just, like, knowing the very bare bones of horror movies. But this one kind of was different.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that one, too.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's it from us.
This is a short one.
Yeah. YouTube Housekeeping. Like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell, leave a comment. If you have any suggestions, feel free to send them in. We do movies on Tuesdays and Fridays, and on Sundays we're doing TV and music.
All right. Till next time.
Yeah, see you next time to catch up. Bye.
Yeah, and I didn't get what the first scene had to do with the movie.
It had nothing.
Like he wasn't in there.
That was the house that they went to.
What?
The house that they went to. Wasn't that the house that they went to?
I thought they went to the house of some guy who like had a mistress or something.
Yeah, but I thought that the guy who had a mistress, who was the professor, I thought that the house
Oh, the professor was the guy with the mistress?
Yeah, that was his house, I believe.
I thought he was just like I thought they were just like doing parallels kind of thing. Like there was some like professor who died a long time ago and was haunting the house, and now this new professor was kind of having a similar vibe, and then all these people kind of looked the same.
Okay.
Because the beginning scene was the priest doing the exorcism on the little girl, but none of them showed up again.
No, they didn't.
And then it was only a year later.
Yeah. But I thought that was the house they went to.
Oh, that I don't know.
Like, maybe. It could have still been, like, the whole professor-mistress thing.
Oh, is that why the house was haunted, then?
I think so. I actually don't know. I fully don't know.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, the plot for this one, I didn't get the plot at all.
Yeah, because I look up the plots for most of these movies after we watch them, but I don't for Scary Movie because...
Yeah, the plot's not the
Why would I look that up? That doesn't actually need to happen.
Okay, but yeah.